I used my method, and I'll walk through some of the other ones step by step, but I'll just highlight what I did here. So I was looking for combinations that multiplied to a times c, so 3 times -5, which got me -15, that added to b. b was that -2. And I went through my combinations, I thought about it. What makes 15? And I worried about negative later. 1 times 15, 3 times 5, 2 times nothing, 4 times nothing. Now, I threw negatives in front. I just said, okay, it could be -3 and +5, +3 and -5, or it could be -3 and -5. You have to consider negatives if somewhere in there you have a negative in your answer. Okay, so -3 plus 5 is 2, so that's out. 3 and -5 is -2, so check. That's why I picked that one. And -3 plus -5, I cross that out because that is -8. Okay, so once you found your factors, this is my method. I did factors, so factors, so p plus 3, p minus 5, over front, so I did it over the front number, over the 3, it's a different color, over 3, right, that's the front number. Simplify if you can, so 3 over 3 became 1, factors over front, simplify. Now over here, 5/3 didn't simplify, so then the denominator comes in front of the p. So that's why the 3 came in front of the p, and then it's 3p minus 5. So that's your final answer. That's using my method. Okay, another option is grouping. Okay, so you could do number 1 by grouping, but I'm going to show you number 3 using grouping, or you could do number 3 using the method that I did up top. So same thing here. I was looking for combos of numbers that multiplied to +12 that added to -8. So I made this little list. I first just worry about positives. 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Those all multiplied by 12 to 12. But we have to have some negative in there because there's a -8 in the center. So I did all negative 1 and +12, 1 and -12, -1 and -12. None of those add to -8. Then I did -2, +6, +2, -6, -2, -6. Okay, well 6 and -2 is +4, 2 and -6 is -4, but -2 and -6 is -8. So that's the right combo. So then what you're allowed to do once you find that combo is you can take those factors and you can replace the middle term, which was 8n, right, with those values. So -2n minus 6n is -8n, and then we write everything that's left. So we wrote the 3n squared, right, and then the 4. And then factor by grouping, you see what the left pair have in common. So the left pair, 3n squared minus 2n, have an n that you can factor out. And then you write what's left. So then we have 3n minus 2 left. Then the other pair, the right pair. Okay, so you say they have a 2 in common that we can factor out. However, you need to ask yourself, do I want to take out a +2 or -2? Because you want the inside parentheses to be the same. So I decide it needs to be -2 so that the parentheses will be the same. Because -2 times 3n is -6n, -2 times -2 is 4, and then my parentheses sets match. So you can write what's in your parentheses because those are in common, and then the values left in front, and that's factoring by grouping. Okay, so I showed number 1 and 3 different methods, but they're the same. There are both trinomials where the front number is not 1, so you can use either method. And I also attached another YouTube video that will explain, have someone walk you through some of the other types of problems.